Hello, hello, and welcome back. I'm Claire. This is Purple Poppy, and we're on coffee break crafting. Goodness me, I can't get my words out today. And this is part 6 of our lovely grungy little journal. So last time we did these pockets and tucks. This time we're working on these 2 pages. So we can take the rest of it away for now. And we're looking at these 2. Okay, now, as you probably appreciate, if you've been around for a little while, I do love fabric. So I'm thinking we're going to use fabric on this brown papery one this time. So I've got some builder's cloth. I've got some tea-dyed cotton. This is an old tablecloth. Got bits of lace. So let's see how we get on. But I want to make sure that in doing it that I'm also adding a pocket, because as I said to you, every page really I wanted to have pockets. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by using some of this sort of faux ticking. Now you can use obviously any fabric that you've got if you're crafting along. So I think we're just going to snip across there. That'll be more than ample for what we require. Look, how are you all? I've had lots of positive comments about this journal. A lot of you seem to like the idea. I don't know if you like the idea that we're making it in coffee break crafting, i.e. bite-sized pieces, or if you just like that it's all grungy and, you know, messy. So I'm just pulling off some of these edges to try and get it even grungier. Making a dreadful mess of my table. So anyway, how are you all? What have you been up to? So it goes that way on there, I think. I want to make sure we don't stick it to our spine. So this will be, as it were, our background. Yeah, can live with that. That's good. So I'm going to use glue stick first of all and get some of that down. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of high-tack glue on there as well, just as a double whammy. Okay, this is going down there, like so. Now, being our background, that's obviously going to be our pocket. So then I thought what we could do, so we could use some builder's cloth. This is always really nice and tatty. So come up here. I mean, if you've got muslin, you could be using muslin or cheesecloth or whatever it is that you've got. And then I want to sort of make some random sort of gathery areas in it, I think. Something like that. So that will be our pocket, but of course that's going to be hard to get something into. So I feel like what we need, put a little bit of glue there. Try and glue that down while I'm working. There we go. So what we need is a solid flat that we can put underneath that our you know, our tag or whatever it is that we put into our pocket will fit down nicely. So I like this piece. You can see I've cut round lace on that tablecloth. So that would go there quite nicely. So if we give that a snip there, like so. And again, just pull out any strings to rough it up. Pull all them off. Excuse me. Now it is too high, so gonna have to trim all the bottom off. But you see, that starts to look really nice and messy, doesn't it? Well, I think it does. So we're going to go like that. And then, so let's, first of all, let's put some glue on there. And then that will hold that where we want it, like that. Okay. Move that over the back for a minute, because we're going to need to trim this. And you can see I'm trying to trim it roughly and definitely not in a straight line, like that. So that's going to create our pocket on there. So we get a pocket at the back there, and then if we use some lace, that will just really pretty that up a little bit, won't it? So a couple of snips in there so that we get this going on in our pocket. And then I did, when I was off screen, make like a fussy heart. So it's just some cotton, and you can still see the pen lines. And I'm thinking we could maybe get that on there as well. So let's make one of those. Well, all I really did was drew a little heart. Really simple. She says, can't find a pen or a pencil or anything right now. Right. Just sort of drew a heart. Better than that, but and having cut that out, I found an old little bit of something thick, piece of wadding or an old piece of towel or blanket or whatever, just to create that heart shape there. And then, as I say, a bit of something thick, which of course I haven't got on my table, just to pad it out a little bit. And then I just stitched all around the edge. Yeah. So I figure that could sit on there as well. And that gives us a really interesting pocket, I think. And it's very different from any other pocket that we've got in here. So then I'm just going to take a needle, and oh, that's not a needle, that's a pin. I'm just going to take a needle, she says, and I'm going to have a good stitch round so that that's all joined together. And I'm just wondering what colour thread I'd like to do that in. Don't want anything bright and white. Could use this crochet cotton. It's almost the same colour as that lace. So, and I mean, we're not doing, you know, finite embroidery work here. We're just gonna stitch it all together to make sure it stays. So, thread my needle up. Any of you that watch my stitching videos will know this could take the whole coffee break crafting time. Oh, look at that, it's gone straight in. Now, because this is coffee break crafting and I seem to have already been here for quite some time, we'll only do the one page today. So you can see I'm just putting a couple of stitches in here and there, just basic stitches, nothing fancy or posh, just to make sure that all these pieces stay attached to this pocket. If you wanted to, if you don't like stitching, I don't know why that's dragging. Is there a knot or something on there? Yeah, there's a knot in the thread. If you don't like hand stitching, you could run it round on your sewing machine. I just think by the time I've got my sewing machine on my desk, I could have done it. So I'm going to scoot down to the bottom. Oh, I really have got a knot in this, which is really annoying. Yeah, see, because now it's broken. That was pretty obvious that was going to happen, wasn't it? I should have dealt with the knot in the first place. So just gonna re-thread it and go again. Okay. Down here, across here, into there, down there. You can see just almost big tacking stitches, yeah? Just to make sure that it stays there and you know, there's no glue giving way on us at any point. And now I just need to decide whether I am going to put my heart, yeah, I think under there on that side. So feed back across, like so, and then I'm going to stitch the actual heart on as well. So back across there. I'm going to take that one through the back, finish that off just by tucking it under there. Okay, and I'll show you why. Where did my broken bit of thread go? There. So put this through here. Just get a couple more stitches into our heart. Whoops. These ones I'm going to try and do as invisible stitches because I don't want giant stitches across my heart. So just going right back next to it. There. And back down. There. Like that. So look at that pocket now. I just think that pocket is beautiful. Need a little bit more stitching up there. So and then because obviously I don't want those stitches that are on the back to catch on anything, and I'd like to make sure that my pocket is really sturdy and not just this flimsy lacy fabric thing. I'm actually just going to glue a little piece of paper to the back. Okay, so come all the way back down there, finish that off. But if we find ourselves a nice piece of grungy coffee dyed paper, this is the piece that we were using for our tape the other day. It's the same piece. Okay, now we want to fold our top over to give a little bit more strength when we're taking stuff in and out. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on there to hold that over like that. Work out how big we need this to be, and also of course it's going to add another piece of interest. Just going to tear down there, and then we're going to glue all of this like that. Whoops. We're going to put our paper down and join it up like that. Okay, now that is going to sit on there like that. That's awesome. Right, so didn't cut that paper quite long enough, did I? Let's put another piece down just to make sure. Really frustrating when that happens. Should have measured it, Claire. Don't put the piece with the holes because that will make it a problem as well. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. That's now going to sit as our pocket on there. You can see it's slightly longer, don't mind that at all. So glue down the side, across, not the bottom, because the bottom's going to hang down. Just come up a little bit. Like so. So there is the next page. And of course, if I find something, you can see that's going to work as a lovely pocket, but it just looks, I think, more interesting. If you wanted to, you could add something else over this side. It's just pretty. So as always, thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe. I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.